So we've kind of given you an overview of the human rights situation in China and of the religious freedom situation in China. I want to give you opportunities. As I said, we can keep talking, but I want to give you opportunities to ask questions about any aspect of it. So does anybody have a question? If you do, yes.
Yeah, I have a question. Most or a lot of religious groups like the Catholic Church and many others are pro-life and they're opposed to abortion. And I have a question concerning COVID vaccines. Here in the West, we have COVID vaccines. I think they used aborted baby parts in the Netherlands. I think in the 70s and 80s. They provided, one provided retinal cells and the other liver cells for cell lines at Leiden University. But in China, I'm wondering what process they have to force vaccines, unethical vaccines on religious groups there that are opposed to using those unethically developed vaccines.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I got some information, from the beginning, the Communist Party will give you some benefit to get the shot. For example, the Communist Party said, okay, if you come here to get the shot, I will give you 200 RMB.
That's Chinese money.
Yeah, Chinese money, yeah. And later, if you disagree to get that, the Communist Party will, for example, will stop to you. If you are officials, the Communist Party said, okay, if you don't get that, you have to stay at home, and you will lose your job. Yeah, you different. For example, if you didn't get it, the Communist Party will stop you to go to another place. You have to stay your home. For example, you can't buy the tickets for the train, for the bus, for the plane, like that. So the company will different way to control that.
Let me ask you this. Do you know if the Chinese Communist Party uses aborted babies to produce the vaccine?
Yeah, I heard about this, but I'm
not sure.
I'm not sure the detail. I just see something. If you didn't got it, the company will stop to you to go back to school. Yeah.
Okay. And another question? Yes. There's somebody behind you with a microphone.
Thank you. I would love to hear your thoughts on the situation or the discussions between the Vatican and China, with kind of the agreement there, and what you think about that.
Well, the agreement between the Vatican and the CCP about bishops. Let me start to answer it, and he'll jump in, because you were talking about there was this agreement between the CCP and the Vatican about bishops, but once the agreement was made, the CCP passed a law that said they're the only ones who appoint bishops, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is, before they have agreement with Vatican, right?
Yes.
So they said the Communist Party will fund some people to become cardinal, and when the Communist Party funds them already, they will send the names to Vatican to let the Pope decide who become the cardinal in mainland China. Just the agreement, after that 1 year, the Communist Party make a new law. In the new law, the Communist Party said they will control everything. The party never mentioned about the agreement with Vatican. So now, in fact, that agreement came back to zero. Not any useful. So since this, you should know, don't believe everything from don't believe anything from the Communist Party. All that is lies. The Communist Party, that's propaganda. Just the propaganda.
Okay. Another question? Yeah, Justin.
A similar question. How effective are the sanctions by the United States and its North Atlantic allies on officials who work in the Xinjiang province, the Uter camps? Are they? Is it just boilerplate? or is it like just is it really?
Are U.S. sanctions helping with the Uyghurs? Are U.S. sanctions on officials helping with the Uyghurs?
Yes, I think that's happening. I talked with some Uyghurs. She and her family come from Xinjiang, and she told me a lot of details. You know, that the system can decide your life. If the system, the censorship system found something about you, no way to see, just put you in campus. So, yeah, in fact, that not, of course, now a lot of people concerned about Xinjiang. In fact, the campus not just Xinjiang, you know, in mainland China, in another province, we call it Black Geo. The Compartment, if the Compartment think you will influence its power, they will just caught you and put you in Black Geo.
So these are unofficial jails where you're just thrown in some place and held against your will.
Yes, you will kidnap. No one know where you are. That's since 15 years ago. So now the company just become the small Black Geo, too big campus in Xinjiang. So for me, yeah, you can see for me, the company put me in Black Geo more than 3 months. My lawyers asked the police where Guangcheng is. They said, I don't know. But in fact, every day, 12 police and 12 communist officials take turn to surveillance me in some secret place, meaning it Black Geo.
So Guangcheng was telling me, this was about a year ago, a friend of his was just released from official jail and was immediately kidnapped and put in a black jail. So black jail means a jail that's unofficial. They deny it exists, but they put lots of people in it.
If the company put some person in Black Geo, that much more dangerous than prison. You know, if you in the prison, you know, the company have a law already about prison, how to do that, how to do this, like that. But in Black Geo, they can do everything. For example, my friend, the company put my friend in Black Geo, and one day come to 8 strong young people, and they didn't see everything, just take off your clothes and beat you more than 3 hours. They didn't see everything, just beat and beat and beat. After 3 hours, they lock the door and go away. That is Black Geo.
So, another question. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I frequently represent Chinese nationals in getting asylum here. And in religious persecution cases, believe it or not, some immigration judges actually want to deny, and they're looking for any reason. One excuse they've given us is, well, there's a variation of enforcement among the different provinces in China, and my argument has always been, well, even the most generous is still hell. To your knowledge, either of the panelists, is there a part of China where Christians can safely practice their religion?
Is there any place in China where Christians are free to practice their religion?
Only the place the company don't know. Yeah, if the company don't know where you are, what are you doing? Okay, there, you are free. If one party know, very dangerous, we will be happy. Even, you know, my friend just asked their friend to have a birthday celebration. Okay, the company ordered more than 20 police come to your restaurant, stop you, and take them in police station, include his doctor, at that time only 4 years old.
Anybody else? Yes.
Hi, I'm
Yes, so-
Gina Go from International Christian Concern. So in 2018, the Chinese government implemented the revised version of regulations of religious affairs, 宗教事务条例. And this year, they also added the other management of religious personnel, 宗教教职人员管理办法. So do you feel like the Chinese government will continue to implement more laws towards these religious minorities? Thank you.
Yeah, I can show. The company will make more and more evil law to control their power. You know, several years ago, the black jail is illegal. If the Communist Party ordered some thugs or police to kidnap some person in mainland China, if the lawyer going to the police station to ask them, they have to say, oh, I don't know where she is, where he is. But later, you know, I mentioned some of my friends can't put them in black jail. My friend is lawyers. So my friend asked them, you did illegal. You can't just put me in black jail and no any legal steps. They said, okay, now it's illegal. We can make a new law to put this in law. That is not illegal. After that, maybe around, I remember, maybe 11 months later, the Communist Party write something in the law that the Communist Party can put somewhere, can put you in somewhere a half year. If the party think they still need to put you there more than half year, they can get another half year. And in the half year, the government needn't let your family member or your lawyers know. So later, black jail become the torture place, So they can do everything in the black jail. No way to suit them. You don't know who did that.
So, yeah, so he's just saying if you find your way, if you can use the law to help you, they'll change the law to make it so you can't use it anymore. Another question.
So Xi Jinping seems to have consolidated his power at various levels. I guess I have heard competing information as to whether the size of the CCP is shrinking, and hence there is more attempt to recruit more people and to make it so that only if you join the CCP can you advance. So I'd like Chen Guangcheng to comment on that, and also to see what are the aspects that are holding Xi in power.
I think that Xi Jinping control some power, but not whole, I think. Yeah, not all. In fact, you know, the party state system very strange, that not equal the Western government. So sometimes, you know, the older leaders, for example, Hu Jintao or Jiang Zemin, sometimes the new leader have to listen to the old leader, even the old leader is retired. So now, I think, Xi Jinping is how to say, he will do something, but looks like not easy, and include the good thing or bad thing. So I think in the future, everything maybe will change, but control the people, control the power, no change. Everyone become the Communist Party's leader. The first responsibility is to try to control the power.
Yeah. So do you think President Xi is different from the previous ones? Since Mao? Does he have more control? Is he trying to get more control?
No. I think no one will like Mao. Yeah, Mao. At that time, no internet, no information, no media. All the people believe Mao Zedong work for them. But now, I think no one believes that. I like the communism include, I think Xi Jinping don't believe communism. No officials believe that. They join the Communist Party just for the benefit.
Just to get rich.
Yes, get money, get power, get something illegal. That's much easier than normal people. They just for that. No, yeah, I think only we Xi Jinping can become famous even more than Mao. Is Xi Jinping tried to make China become democratic country. If he did that, he will very, very famous. And in the future, maybe 1,000 years, the people will remember him. Only this we can make it stronger.
So he won't do that, will he?
Maybe we should call him and ask him.
Anybody, any other questions? Okay, so I'll ask Guangcheng. So what do you think right now? Do the Chinese people want democracy? Do most people most people support the Communist Party, or do they oppose the Communist Party? Most people want democracy, or do they not care?
I think most people want China become a democratic country. So, of course, the Communist Party control the internet. Of course, the Chinese people understand the Communist Party use the internet to watch them. So the people use the internet to watch the Communist Party too. So, yeah, looks like on the internet face to face every moment. So if the people just in the secret room online, they discuss a lot how to make the country become democratic country. So I think more and more people will hope that China, hope the Communist Party gone, but very dangerous to speak outside. So you can see Dong Yaoqiong. Dong Yaoqiong is a woman's name. She just because she said turn on the CCP and put the ink, right?
Ink, yes.
Yeah, put the ink on the picture of the Xi Jinping. Then the Communist Party put her in mental hospital and black jail. I think third times. Before I got a video from her, she said, "This is I don't care. They will put me in mental hospital again." Then after that, she kidnapped. We don't know where she is now.
So what should the United States' policy be towards CCP?
I think through away appeasement, stand up, join hands with another countries to fight back the Communist Party. If the Communist Party continue to do bad things, for example, continue to destroy Hong Kong's judiciary, the freedom, I think the international communities should think how to punish it. Not just dialogue. Dialogue doesn't work. So I think US have a lot of ideas can do that. I hope they tried to use it, not just talk.
Now, one thing I want to mention is, so there is obviously extensive censorship of the internet. What could the U.S. do about the firewall?
In fact, the U.S. have the high technology. If the U.S. really wanted to turn down the firewall, just a moment. Before I asked some engineers, they said, of course, if we tried to turn down the firewall, maybe just several minutes, the firewall doesn't work. But the company will create again. So I think, I hope the US tried to do that, but until now, looks like they don't want to do that. So,
But there are devices and ways to get around the firewall that you use yourself. We don't have to say what they are, but there are private rooms and secure rooms on the internet and things like that. Can the U.S. do anything to supply people in China with the means of doing this?
yes, of course. In fact, for the second app or for another client firewall app, now app only some, for example, Falun Gong, the organization, the NGO spend the time, spend the money to do that. Of course, the U.S. Congress prepare a lot of money for freedom internet, but the money just sleep in the bank. They are not spending it to become the good app for to help the people under authoritarian regime to get free.
Okay.
We have to push this. Yeah.
Any final question?
I was just wondering about the updated one-child policy, and if you'd heard what you'd heard about that recently.
Yeah, the three-child policy. What do you think of it?
Yes. I think, of course, from one-child policy to third-child policy, this is good, but the party, one party can't control the people, right? Can't decide the couples will have one or 3 or 5 children. So the party, how to say, before since 1979, since the evil policy start, more than 360 million babies have killed by the Communist, have been killed by the Communist Party. So that make a lot of trouble for China's society. Now you can see the society become older and older. Yeah, the children. The day before last year, in China, in whole China, have more than 14 million new babies. Last year, only 12 million babies. This year, maybe decline a lot. So in the future, after several years, the worker will not enough for the society. So all this is just because the Communist Party make an evil policy to make the society, make the country get in trouble, but the people have to pay about this. So I think, of course, the party released about the family control a little better than before, but the importance is the Communist Party can't control all this.
So I want to tell everybody as we finish that in another month or so, we're going to be starting a probably every 3-week podcast and broadcast from Chen Guangcheng. And we'll have a YouTube channel, and he'll be commenting on various things that happen in China, or that the CCP, or what they do that affects the United States, or what they're doing in the United States. And he'll also be talking about American democracy, because he's a big fan of American democracy, as are the Chinese people. So this is all going to be launched, like I say, in about a month. Center for Human Rights at the Catholic University of America. So you'll be able to find it. I hope you will follow him and let other people know about him, because there are not many people in this country who have, I mean, there are others, but there are not many who've seen it up close like he has and survived it, and is here now as a democracy advocate who appreciates the blessings of liberty in this country and wants to bring those blessings of liberty to the Chinese people who suffer under the CCP, which is one of the most brutal totalitarian dictatorships in the entire world. And we should be clear about that. We didn't talk much in this presentation about all the things they do within the borders of the United States, but they do many things to undermine our institutions and to rob us and steal from us, and to mislead people. So you need to be clear-eyed about the threat of the CCP, not only to its own people, and its denial of religious freedom, not only to its own people, but the threat it is to the whole world, including the United States of America. It does not recognize human rights. It does not guarantee the rule of law or religious liberty. So thank you very much for coming. And do you want to say any final thing?
Okay, thank you everyone. Let's join hands against the Communist Party. Thank you.